What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. I know it's been a minute. Good reason for that. I'll let you guys know later on in this video, but we are doing a two-day today. We're just starting out here in Phoenix. We're gonna head over to San Antonio, then over to Dallas, and then ultimately Sarasota, Florida. So I hadn't been there, I think, in a while, and maybe I've only gone there once. So I'm pretty excited about that. It is a short overnight, only 14 hours, but hey, it's a two-day. Let's go.
Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that.
All right, here in the cockpit, we're just getting everything all set up. Nick is hammering out that stuff.
What's up, guys?
Flew with him before. We had a fantastic Harlingen overnight one time. It was awesome, great overnight. But now we're gonna go to Sarasota, another place that I rarely go to, like I was saying. But anyways, we got our clearance over to initially San Antonio. So we're gonna go San Antonio up to Dallas and then over to Sarasota. So everything looks pretty clean. There's no radar returns. The ride off Sky Path is very, very nice. Once we get up and cruising, it's not too bad. So Sky Path is a great app if you guys don't have that and you guys are bebopping around in a jet. So that's what we got. We're here at Delta 12. Pretty cool gate because it's in the new terminal, and you know, it's just a nice way to start off. So we end at either the D gates or the high C, or no, not the high C, anything but the high C's. It's a good day. It's a good trip, right?
Yeah.
So,
right.
yeah, so that's it. So anyways, Nick's, you know, as the FO, he's the man that gets everything ready. And
Yes.
I just kind of sit here and look pretty. Yeah. You go say hi to the passengers once they start boarding, but anyway. All right. First stop, San Antonio, let's go.
Southwest 1965, Phoenix Tower, number 7 left, line up and wait.
Nobody inside zone left, fly boy, Southwest 1965.
Over 1965, maintain visual separation, number 7 left, for takeoff.
Alright, maintain visual separation, 7 left, clear for takeoff, Southwest 1965.
Southwest 1965, contact departure.
I'll see you, Southwest 1965.
Southwest 1965, Phoenix, approach you with me.
Southwest 1965, right at 5 for 8,000.
Southwest 1965, Phoenix departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 210.
I'll take all 210, Southwest 1965.
Man, it was a busy day going through the southern corridor by El Paso. There's some military airspace over there, so it kind of squeezes us all together, but kind of cool seeing all the airplanes fly through. The arrival into San Antonio was pretty benign, nothing really major. We flew by Kelly Air Force Base, which I kind of like, seeing the old C5, and then the ILS into runway 31. Pretty easy taxi. Again, nothing big here at San Antonio. It's actually a pretty chill airport. I like coming here. Pulled into gate Alpha 13. All right, guys, welcome to San Antonio. They're pulling up the gate right now. We just finished our checklist, so we are getting ready for the next flight. It's going to be a quick one up to Dallas. So our flight today took an hour and 44 minutes, and overall, pretty decent ride. It was a little bumpy getting out of Phoenix, but you know, during the summer, that's standard. Phoenix, Vegas, anywhere that's hot, you get that heating, and those thermals just beat up airplanes. Just like in the smaller airplanes, we feel it too, just not as pronounced. But anyways, we're gonna wash, rinse, repeat, get the airplane ready, and then head up quickly up to Dallas. It should take probably about 40 minutes, I guess, is what our flight time should be. But next stop, Dallas. All right, using 3-1 left again for departure. Heading up to the north, we're on the Yoda 1 departure, which I think is pretty cool because I'm a Star Wars fan. Quick jump onto the arrival into Dallas Love Field. Take a look at all this traffic heading inbound. There's a lot of traffic that goes both to DFW and into Love Field. But anyways, followed the ILS in. Short taxi to the gate, we went to gate number 5. Welcome to Dallas. Look at our new sign there. Nice and early, the way we like it. We've been looking at the weather, and the weather over in Sarasota doesn't look great. A lot of thunderstorms in the area, so we're gonna sit back and see kind of what the plan is. Talk to our dispatchers. You know, they're awesome out there. They're keeping a good eye on the flight, make sure it goes off very safely. So we're team sport here. We'll talk to them and see kind of what the latest is. But as of right now, we are out of here in 57 minutes, and I might go warm up some food because I brought my food with me. We'll let you know what happens here in a little bit as soon as we figure it out. Here's the latest, and here's what we're doing. We're actually still going over to Sarasota. By the time we get there, the storms are supposed to be dissipating. We're looking at the TAF. It's supposed to be moving out. We've got an hour and 55 minutes our flying time, so gives us a little bit of time for that to kind of dissipate and go in on the backside of that. If that doesn't work out, we have 2 alternates, and we got tons of gas for that. So that's the way we do it, and plan a nice safe flight to get there with plenty of plan A's, B's, and C's. So we're on our way to Sarasota. Let's go. All right, we took off on runway 31 right, same runway we landed on again. Short jaunt on the departure to head out to Sarasota, and we were looking at the weather the whole time there. I think that the WSI app was up the entire time. Just looking to see what the radar returns were looking like, see what the weather was looking like. And actually didn't look too bad. We had a pocket to get in, so we got direct rays, kept us out of the storms. And then from rays, we were straight in on the ILS into the airport. So really cool. I hadn't been there in ages, like I said, but it was kind of nice to be back and parked at Bravo 12. Welcome to Sarasota. It is a wet day outside, but it actually turned out a lot nicer than we thought it was going to be. We actually got into a little bit of a hole between the storms. So as these things were kind of building off to the east and to the north, it was glorious. It gave us a nice opening. We ran into the arrival and then right on into the ILS and was straight in. So we made it through. These storms may hit it a little bit later, but yeah, so got lucky. Yeah, we got right?
Yeah, we got lucky. I'll take it.
We actually thought it was not going to be as smooth, and knock on wood, it was so smooth getting in here. So that's just one thing. But we're going to grab all our stuff and head to the hotel. We are staying at an Embassy Suites tonight, which is great because they always have good breakfast in the morning. They have a nice omelet, which I like. So I'm going to enjoy that. So we're going to put the airplane to bed and then head on over to the embassy. All right, here in the room. It's a really nice setup. Embassy Suites. You know, they've got the little living room there. Kitchenette, that's pretty good. And of course, the bedroom. Nice TV. So, not too bad. I don't know what the views are like outside because it's dark, but this is going to be good enough. It's a quick overnight. It's only 14 hours, which it's all good. So plan to wake up in the morning. They do have breakfast here, so I normally don't eat breakfast, but I'm gonna probably have breakfast tomorrow if I wake up in time. But we definitely get in the gym, workout in, so we're gonna do that. But until then, I think tonight, I'm gonna call it a night. See you in the morning. Yeah, looks like a pretty dreary day today. So I was going to try to make my way over there and head to the coast to see what's up, but because they have some bicycles downstairs that we can rent for free, and I thought, yeah, let's go for a bike ride, but probably not today. It is a short overnight as well, so I didn't make it up in time for breakfast, but I wanted to get my rest because I'm going to go head to the gym get my workout in, and then today is a very long day. It's actually, we're going from Sarasota up to Nashville, and then over to Ontario, and then back to Phoenix. So long day. I want to make sure I got my sleep and recovery, because I do want to work out and head out. So, which doesn't leave a whole lot of time if you prioritize sleep like I do. So you kind of get after it in the gym. I did bring, my food bag with me, so I've got plenty of stuff for breakfast, which I tend to eat a light breakfast. So anyways, I'm rambling. Time for the gym. Let's go. Starting to clear up. Actually not too bad, especially when you look towards the north. Looks pretty good. Workout, average, ran for 10 minutes, did a little bit of shoulders, 30 minutes total. So it was really just to get out and get some movement. But it is, like I said, a short overnight. But what I like to do, as you guys know, is I like to look at my route just to find out what the day's like. And looking at what's going on, if you are traveling on the East Coast, my goodness, especially on the Southeast, it's pretty nasty out there. But for us, we actually don't look too bad. Series of thunderstorms just to the south, moving up. And, we're not showing for another hour and 10 minutes or so. So we'll have a little bit of time for that, hopefully to work its way out. Nashville looks pretty good. Check the weather there. Yeah, 74 degrees, 3,300, winds are nice. Then, of course, the West Coast. What I do is I go in here, and this is the WSI app, by the way, if you guys wondered. I'll hit alternate, and I'll put in the airports that we're heading to, just to kind of get an idea. If I want to get really granular, I could go to the TAF and check that out. But just kind of an overall picture, and of course, heading back home. Home is always beautiful, especially this time of year. It's 91 degrees, good. Anyways, so that's pretty much what I do after I get done working out and grabbing something to eat. I'll look at the route, especially, summertime's coming, thunderstorms, especially down here in Florida, get a little crazy. So I always try to have that in my mind, and that way I'm not showing up surprised when I look at my brief. So that's that. I'm gonna grab Embassy Suites, man. You got a whole microwave and a refrigerator, which for guys that meal prep, that's golden. So I'm gonna grab, I like honey, so I'm gonna use my Greek honey. I've got this stuff from show you what I got for Whole Foods. Is this penne. It's really good. I had that last time. I had it was a vegetarian beef stroganoff, so it wasn't beef, it was like mushrooms or something like that. I'm not vegetarian, but it was actually very delicious. It was reminiscent of Jaeger Schnitzel I used to get when I was in TDY to Germany. Tastes just like it. I just need to put some schnitzel on it. But anyways, that's it. I'm gonna grab some food. I've got, like I said, an hour and 10 minutes before I've got to be downstairs for the lobby, which is our lobby time. And I always do it 5 minutes before. So those of you that are new to the airline industry, van time does not mean meet downstairs time. That means the van's leaving at that time. So always plan yourself at least 5-10 minutes for that, because you don't want to be the last person on the van. Everybody's looking at you. It's embarrassing. So anyways, that's it. Sarasota. Hey, love you, Sarasota. I want to come back when it's nice and sunny, because I really do want to go over there to the beach and see what that's all about. Grab some bikes or something like that. But anyways, all right, time to get ready. Look at that guy. That guy's already working. Yeah, see? Just taking off. Anyways, Nick's working too. Look at him. He's working hard. How's that finger, man? That finger good?
A little sore.
A little sore?
Yeah,
see? You FOs, man, the new FOs, you got to get the finger, like really work on it, because there's a lot of poking and stuff. So. anyways, hey, you guys see outside? The weather is cleared up quite nicely from what it was before. We're heading over to Nashville like I talked about. In the beginning we did see a lot of weather, but that has moved off to the east, so that looks pretty nice. The routes got some thunderstorms there, but they're all low altitude. We're going to be up at 38,000 feet today, so that weather shouldn't affect us at all. And then going into Nashville, it's a nice day there. Love Nashville. 76 degrees and 34 ceilings at 3,400. It's VFR over there. So Nick's going to be taking us over there.
My leg.
Flying this beautiful 737 MAX aircraft. So
We love the Max.
we love the MAX. It's quiet, lots of power.
Besides starting it.
Yeah, the starting is a little bit tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. These engines like the motor.
You got them, yeah.
Take a minute.
So when you're starting the MAX, I think we've talked about it in several videos, but it takes a little bit to start. You know, it's got this motoring section on there, which may take several minutes. So if you're trying to turn and burn in and out, you're not going to do that in the MAX. But once you get in the air, it's a very smooth ride. It's quiet. So yeah, I think a lot of pilots like flying it.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
quiet.
flying it. Yeah.
Very quiet.
So, anyways, that's it. We're gonna head over to Nashville, and should take us an hour 27 minutes. Again, 38,000 feet, and then the long flight to Ontario. So might have to load up on provisions once we get to Nashville. See you in Nashville. All right, taking off out of Sarasota, heading up to the north. We're on the Tides departure, basically heading straight north. We did fly over majority of the storms. However, in the terminal area in Nashville, we had to do some dodging, but not actually too bad. We're on the arrival up to a point where we had to start getting a lot of vectors, and they vectors on to the ILS, landing to the south. If you haven't been to Nashville in a little bit, man, there's a lot of construction there. Our new terminal gates are gonna be super awesome. All right, welcome to Nashville. Pretty uneventful, although the storms are starting to come up into Nashville. We had to dodge a little bit because they're starting to develop. And yeah, so on the arrival we had to do a little bit of jinking and jiving, so not too bad. But anyways, that's kind of the stuff that's building up over there on our arrival. We had to go around, but not too bad. Still got here, we're on the Dune Gates, Delta 4. And there's a awesome Nashville Hot Chicken place that we're gonna go to, and we're gonna eat that. That's probably a bad idea because our next leg is about 4 hours long. So, but yeah, we're risk takers. We'll do it anyways, right?
Yeah, it's time.
It's time.
90B's Hot Chicken, let's go.
There you go, let's go. I'm back. We are going to be heading over to Ontario here in a little bit, but I had to get the chicken. This is it's from Party Fowl. If I could open this thing. But anyways, Nick got the chicken tenders on a piece of bread there. I went fancy and got the Cuban, which is a piece of fried chicken on a roll, I guess. But
Looks good.
Yeah? Good?
Yeah.
All right.
Time to munch.
We're gonna dig on this, and then we got like 4 hours on our way over to Ontario. And you know, we're gonna be heavy, full of gas, and probably at 36,000 feet the whole way there, and there was a little bit of storm action. But anyways, life of an airline pilot, let's go. All right, we're on the Parton 3 departure out of Nashville for Dolly Parton, of course. They got a lot of directs en route. We actually flew right over Vance Air Force Base where I went to pilot training, and that was kind of cool to see. I hadn't seen that airport in a while. But the arrival into Ontario was pretty uneventful. Did the ILS out of Taco and right into the gate for that long 4-hour flight. Woo! Oh. All right, that was a long flight, but we're here.
Yeah, we made it.
So we're so close to home, Ontario. It's like a 45-minute flight to get back to Phoenix. Day 404 here in Ontario. And let's see, what did it take us? How long? 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is 4 minutes better than what we were scheduled to do. So it's because they have the A-team here, that's why.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get this thing ready for heading back to Phoenix. But first we're gonna stretch our legs. And yeah, so one more leg, back to Phoenix. Should be a short one. All right, like they say, last leg, best leg. Off of runway 26 right, we did the Raji departure, heading to the east. Really quick flight, like under an hour. Not a whole lot of traffic, which is kind of cool. We picked up the Hyder 1 arrival, which we've done thousands of times, to runway 25 left, sidestep to runway 25 right, because there was basically no traffic out there. So taxied out and ended up at Charlie 6. All right, we have made it back to Phoenix at Charlie 6. And that is the end of a 2-day trip. But Nick has been awesome. I've flown with him before. We've had a great time, had another great time on this 2-day. But I wanted to leave you with something. Nick, obviously came from, or you may not know, he came from SkyWest. And I know things are a lot more difficult right now for people getting hired. So just gonna ask Nick what his advice is for you guys, maybe at 1,500 hours right now. The regionals are not calling, corporate's kind of slow. Nick, what do you got for them? What can you tell them?
No, guys, just keep grinding. Get those hours, get that time. Even if you're at 1,500 hours, keep getting that time. Get some multi-time. Make yourself more competitive. Things will pick up again. People will start hiring again. Make sure your resume is ready and you got that time. Look, I used to watch Ernie's videos. I still do. When I was at the regionals and before, and now I'm flying with him. It's kind of a surreal moment. It's kind of cool. You know, I'm in the right seat with Ernie. So keep grinding, guys. You'll get there. Don't worry. Don't be stressed. Everything will turn around. Everyone will be hiring again. You'll be good.
Nice. Great advice. And yeah, that's super cool. Super cool moment. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's been a minute since I put out a video, and that is for a very good reason. Stay tuned. I will tell you here in a second what that is. Probably on another cut. Most likely be at home, so I can show you. All right, everybody. I am sorry to do this, but I am going to hold off on announcing the new project that I got going on. And that's only because I want to make sure that it is the best thing to come out, and it's not ready yet. And by the time this video gets posted, it's not going to be ready. However, it is going to be ready for PAPA. If you're going to the Professional Asian Pilots Association's conference, we are definitely going to be there for that. But if you're following me on Instagram, I will kind of put something out on Instagram as I kind of feel like it's about ready. But fortunately right now it's just not ready. And I'm not going to put out a product that's not to the point where I think it should be. So I hope you guys understand. I know I talked about bringing it in, but I promise it'll be well worth the wait, and I will let you know. Till then, I'll see you on another video.
Going up, going up, going up, going up.